everyone, this is Peak Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're going to talk about Jason Statham. And following his recent release, The Beekeeper, we asked the question as to whether he's a true A-list action movie star, and if not, what he needs to become one. Now, the British-born actor from 1967 has definitely had a long prolific career ever since making his debut way back in 1998 in Guy Ritchie's crime comedy Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. And it was probably the Transporter series of films that established him as a potential action star. And since then, he's headlined a long list of more traditional action movies and crime thrillers, as well as taking part in supporting roles in larger franchises such as The Fast and the Furious and The Expendables. But we look at his overall career and going back to the original question as to whether he has that true A-list classic action star status in comparison to the superstars of yesteryear, and overall the answer is simply no. Now, don't get me wrong here, this is in no way hating on Jason Statham. He has managed to maintain both longevity and consistency in terms of output, and that is something that is to be admired, especially in this day and age where the headline movie A-list superstar has practically become extinct, minus a few exceptions. But following his recent output, many people, particularly on social media, have compared him to the classic action icons when we talk of the likes of Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, and to a lesser extent, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, and he's really not on the same level as those individuals. All of those actors mentioned had a real screen charisma and personality and uniqueness that they brought to their overall movies. In many ways, this would elevate the quality of those films to be at times the biggest sum of their parts. Schwarzenegger especially is perhaps the biggest example of this. How many of his movies that you'd probably deem average or subpar, but you watch them again simply because he was in it? And that's truly movie stardom. And I just don't think Jason Statham has that same quality about him. Now, he definitely has a presence within his films. The majority of it, I'd say, is physical. And he definitely convinces as a pure fighting force in all of his action and fight sequences. But in terms of an actual character or personality, the majority that he plays are very one note or monotone. Now, this could be down to the overall writing of his films, but I think a lot of the time, Statham is cast just to be Jason Statham rather than a distinctive character. And yes, people could say that about all of the classic movie stars, whether we talk about the likes of Clint Eastwood, Sean Connery, or Charles Bronson, or Chuck Norris. But all of those actors had iconic roles in some way, shape or form that were truly impressionable, and that is something that I just don't think Statham has. And when we talk about those iconic action stars, not only do they have unique personalities, they also have made or starred in genuine classic great films. We talk of, say, First Blood, or The Terminator, Die Hard, or Predator, and to a much lesser extent even the likes of Bloodsport or Kickboxer. These type of films were truly memorable or iconic, have some sort of cult status about them, films that have truly transcended culturally. And because of the actors that are playing these roles, many of these movies have managed to achieve massive commercial success. So when we look at Statham's films, there are some decent efforts here. The Bank Job was a solid and engaging crime caper. Death Race 2000 was very superior to the original. Wrath of Man was actually very underrated and possibly Guy Ritchie's best movie. And Statham, to be fair, has enjoyed some commercial success when we look at The Meg being the biggest hit of his career, alongside the likes of The Mechanic Resurrection and also Spy. But if we're being truly honest here, none of his movies have that truly lasting impact or impression as the classic movie stars did, as mentioned before. A lot of his films tend to be very generic and derivative, and for the most part very forgettable. So if Statham, who we have to remember is in his mid-50s now, is ever going to achieve that true A-list movie star status, if that's something that's even possible nowadays, what is it that he has to do to achieve this? Well, I feel that he really does need a better script with much more of a unique, compelling concept. Something that allows him to play to his strengths, but at the same time offers something different or something more than just being the standard ex-Marine or CIA soldier who walks around beating everybody with much ease or very little effort. Maybe he should try different genres where he can be the action hero, but the movie itself has much more layer and depth in terms of its story. Maybe perhaps it provides much more in terms of satire or commentary, or something psychological in terms of its subject matter. Something like this would then elevate Statham's performances and the roles that he plays. We could also suggest choosing better high caliber filmmakers and directors to work with. It's no surprise again that the iconic action stars that I mentioned before, their best movies are the ones made by revered filmmakers, whether it be the likes of James Cameron, John McTiernan or Paul Verhoeven. And surrounding himself with better directors and also more high quality actors will help improve his performance, which will also improve the quality of his movies, which could then possibly elevate his status into becoming much more of an iconic action star that I don't believe that he truly is at this current stage of his career. So those are my overall thoughts and feelings when debating about Jason Statham and whether he is truly the A-list action superstar. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you have any other further topics or subject matter or any other movies or television series that you'd like to see me cover within this channel, then also drop me a suggestion within the comments and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on that subject matter within the future. Please also hit like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves and I will see you very, very soon.